The breaking news.
Hello everyone and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Better than Kerkez, Liverpool chasing 51-mile move for one of the PL's best. The celebrations stretched deep into the night. Liverpool won the Premier League last weekend, in case a reminder is due, after Arne Slot's side gave Tottenham Hotspur a hiding to clinch the club's 20th top-flight trophy. It was a poetic way to seal the title, the 5-1 victory a consummate showing of Liverpool's attacking flair, their togetherness, their hunger. Even Slot, who has been so businesslike and cool throughout his debut campaign in the dugout, allowed himself to get lost in the occasion, bellowing his predecessor's name in the wake of his big win. A fitting tribute. Further evidence, if any more is needed, that he is the man to lead this bunch. One season is all it takes for this brilliant coach, but he and his players will be desperate to consolidate this new chapter with more silverware in the coming years. That means signings are needed. Federico Chiesa, whose impact has been minimal, remains the only first-team addition since August 2023. And while this is a balanced squad of ample depth, Andy Robertson, 31, looks a mite blunter than before, with the growing interest in Milos Kerkez evidence that left back is a priority position for FSG. Liverpool's pursuit of Milos Kerkez. Let's remember from the off. Richard Hughes was the man who engineered Bournemouth's signing of Kerkez 2 years ago, bringing the prospect, 19 at the time, in from AZ Alkmaar for a reported $15 million fee. The Cherries have most certainly got bang for their buck, but could strike richer still by selling him this summer. Kerkez feels destined for a transfer away to a team competing in the Champions League. However, Liverpool are no bullies and won't push for a deal until Andoni Iraola's quest for a Europe qualifying finish is wrapped up, one way or another. The Times reported in March that Liverpool were actively pursuing the 21-year-old, who is valued at $45 million. This is steep. Moreover, Sky Sports News have revealed that Manchester City and Real Madrid have now registered interest of their own. Each party will be confident in the chips in front of them, but honestly, it's too early to determine the likelihood of Kerkez's direction until one or all show their hand. However, though Liverpool admire the Premier League revelation, they know how it goes in the market and appear to have centered on an alternative just in case. Interestingly, though, this fallback may prove to be an even better signing than the Vitality Stadium man. Liverpool eyeing Kerkez alternative. According to Sky Sports' Lyle Thomas, Liverpool are interested in signing Wolverhampton Wanderers star Rayhan Ait-Nouri. Molineux are growing resigned to the fact that Ait-Nouri has earned the right to search for the next step in his career, should a suitable bid be received, having been one of their standout performers over the past several years. The 23-year-old wouldn't come cheap. In fact, with a supposed value of 51 million, he'd cost FSG more than if they were to move for Kerkez. However, Ait-Nouri has the tactical grasp to slot right into Liverpool's high-flying system. Why Ait-Nouri would be perfect for Slot? Ait-Nouri might have made 131 appearances in the Premier League, but he's still so young, still has so much potential to tap into. The Algeria international, born in France, was described as an incredible talent by ex-Old Gold boss Gary O'Neill, with his performances this season leading to 4 goals and 7 assists across 33 Premier League outings. He also bagged against Bristol City in the FA Cup. His eye for goal, both directly and through a playmaking lens, is something to behold, but it's only one part of a completeness that few fullbacks can harness. Underscoring that point, he ranks among the top 6% of Premier League fullbacks this season for goal involvements and the top 4% for successful take-ons per 90, as per FBref, emphasizing that robust athleticism and attacking quality. It's worth noting Robertson has yet to score or assist in the Premier League this term, having typically been an unceasing source of output under Jurgen Klopp. He's still an experienced and valued part of the team, not least because of his deep-rooted connection with Virgil van Dijk, but Kostas Tsimikas has never managed to make the berth his own, and will likely be sold to make way for one of Ait-Nouri or Kerkez this summer. Looking more closely at the transfer targets in question, the case could be made that yes, Ait-Nouri is the player to go for. There's a lot to unpack in that table, but you can clearly see Ait Nouri is more energetic and active than his Bournemouth counterpart, edging him in creative metrics too. If the Anfield test serves as an audition for potential targets, Ait Nouri passed with flying colors back in February, subduing Mohamed Salah as Liverpool scraped their way to a nail-biting victory. The Algerian won 5 duels, made 2 dribbles, and made 2 further key passes, also making 3. He's way better than Delap. Chelsea lineup move for phenomenal striker Enzo Maresca has made it desperately obvious that he wants a new striker at Chelsea this summer, constantly targeting a new talisman after taking the reins 12 months ago. The Italian has been working tirelessly to land a new forward, potentially having the chance to end his hunt during the upcoming transfer window, aiding their Premier League title ambitions. Nicholas Jackson has been the Blues' main option at the top end of the pitch in 2024-25, but has struggled with injuries as of late, massively restricting his progress in the final third. The Senegalese international has scored 10 league goals to date, but could have certainly had more had he not missed 6 games through injury between February and April. Despite his impressive goal-scoring record, it's evident that the boss wants another option ahead of 2025-26, leading to countless attackers being touted with a switch to Stamford Bridge in the coming months. The latest on Chelsea's hunt for a new striker, Victor Osimhen, was a player firmly on Chelsea's radar last summer, but the club were unable to secure a deal to land him from Napoli, subsequently joining Galatasaray on loan for the current season. However, with such a deal coming to an end, the Blues have once again been touted with a switch for the Nigerian, with Manchester United and Nottingham Forest also in the race for his signature. It would be a hefty sum if they were to sign the 26-year-old, potentially leading to a move for another striker target in the form of Strasbourg forward Emmanuel Emega, according to TBR. The report claims that the Dutchman, who plies his trade for the Blues' sister club, has been on their radar and has impressed the staff behind the scenes at the Bridge. It also goes on to state that he would provide an added body to Maresca in the final third, potentially nailing a regular role in the side given his record of 14 goals in 28 games this season. Why Chelsea's latest target would be better than Delap. Another player who's been firmly on their radar to bolster the striker department is Ipswich Town talisman Liam Delap, who appears to be a man in demand this summer. The 22-year-old, who scored 12 goals in the Premier League this year, has a 30 million relegation release clause in his contract, coming into effect after the Tractor Boys dropped back into the Championship. The Blues aren't the only side in the race for his signature, with Manchester United, Everton, Newcastle United, and Liverpool also credited with an interest in recent days. However, despite the interest in Delap ahead of the upcoming window, they may be better off pursuing a deal for Emega, with the sister club potentially playing a key role in